Welcome to the Where's the Finish podcast. We are three runners talking to our friends, sharing stories about running, training, life, and asking the essential question, where's the finish? WTF.
Hey everyone, welcome to Where's the Finish podcast. I'm Joe.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Shay Bay. Oh.
Yeah, Shay's not with us tonight. She's had to work, so we're just kind of hanging out here.
But it's okay. So last time we did this, it was like the bro show.
The bro show.
But it's not that way this time. We have Amanda Guevara with us today.
Hey, Amanda.
So
hi, everybody.
A nice lady to keep us straight.
Well, I think I have a button here for that. Yeah. I'm running the board today, guys, so just be warned.
I'm so excited to see what will come on.
I don't know if I'd be excited or be scared.
It's funny she says she's excited as she giggles through that. Like, I'm not even really sure if that was true when she said, I'm so excited.
It's more like, I'm in danger.
I might be in danger.
Well, Amanda, thanks for coming on the podcast and hanging out with us today. So
Sure.
we've seen you around the running community for a while now.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, like really early on for me.
Yeah.
So, Amanda, we have a really interesting story about how we met. Tell people how you and I met.
I was a bit of a creeper. So I was out running. I live just north of Gainesville in High Springs, and I was out running on Paynes Prairie, not Paynes Prairie, where were we? The Hawthorne Trail. One afternoon, and I see this guy ahead of me, and he has these ginormous calves, and I'm like, I know those calves. So,
Nice.
a few weeks before, my brother-in-law Juan had crewed a friend down at the Keys 100, and Joe was with him.
You're about
And he had
Peter.
posted some pictures.
Yeah,
and,
Peter.
You know, if you've seen Joe, he's very recognizable, either with the beard or the calves. So I saw the calves from a distance, just, bulging up there.
Oh, my.
And I caught up to him, and I'm like, I gotta say something. And
Are you sure you were looking at his calves?
Yeah.
Just saying, you said bulging up there. I don't know.
I was like, this may sound really weird, but do you know Juan and Peter, and I might have been stalking you on Facebook. And so it ended up being the person who was helping my brother-in-law. So it was just kind of fun to run into each other on, a random trail in Gainesville. I didn't even know where he lived, where he was from. So it was cool to see him out there.
Yeah, so weird. Like, I don't remember what I was doing up in Gainesville. I might have had a doctor's appointment or something because I live in Ocala, and I wasn't working that day for whatever reason because I did work in Gainesville at the time. No, I didn't. I take that back. No, I was working at home then, but I used to work in Gainesville. So it just happened to be that we're just back from Keys 100, and she recognized me. Of course, I feel this is awesome. Someone recognized me that I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool. It didn't hurt me at all that it was a good looking girl too that came up and said, hey, I'm just saying.
So of course we took a selfie, and we were all excited, and
yeah,
You were giddy.
and we've been friends ever since. And she's been trying to get me to go out and crew her for whatever reason. It never lines up.
I know. Well, you did one time, and you took very good care of my feet.
At Long Haul, right? Was that Long Haul?
Yeah.
It was the long haul I DNF.
That's where I met you. When I met you, you were in the green blanket of recovery.
I was in hypothermic shock.
Yeah.
Yes.
The green blanket of recovery. That's right.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That was
green blanket of recovery.
Yes, that's right.
That
saved so many people. This green blanket. You have no
so
idea.
I have this Royal Marine cold weather sleep system, and it's got a green sleeping bag that's like I think it's like Arctic something. It has like a sheet liner and then like a Gore-Tex bivy on the outside.
Yes.
And I traded some guy when I was in where was I at? Yeah, I was in Afghanistan.
Nice.
I traded like a Gore-Tex suit or something for this sleeping bag.
Good call.
It was a good call.
You made a good barter.
And I would say at least a half a dozen, maybe a dozen people, at least seven.
There you go.
People have found themselves at various states of recovery inside that sleeping bag.
Yeah.
It saved my life. That, along with some space heaters and some Dots pretzels.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So that was the year that Long Haul moved to Colt Creek.
Colt Creek, yeah.
And it had the mud year.
Mud year. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mudfest. Yep. it still gives me a little bit of a
PTSD
tick when I think about that year.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that she had this wonderful experience with a porta potty.
Oh, tell us about it. I want to hear about the porta potty experience.
So I was going out on lap, I want to say it was lap 4, and it was warm during the day, but it was still really, really wet. The course was so wet. So I didn't put enough clothes on. I still had shorts. I was still really warm from the day. My crew was trying to get me to put on more, but I was a little stubborn. I was like, no, I'll be fine in shorts and a long sleeve. And I don't know, maybe I got 5 miles into that loop and the temperature dropped and I was wet and it was cold and I just started shivering like nonstop. So, I there were a couple porta potties on the loop and I found one and I sat in it. I still have the video and I'm just shaking uncontrollably. And I'm like, God, I wish I would have packed some hand warmers or something. I'm just trying to get warm in here. It was at the porta potty where you could either turn right to go up the hill and hit that last aid station, or you could just take the left and bail. And I had called Juan. He was helping me crew. And I was like, I'm done. I just want to be done. And he's like, you know what? Just take the right, go up to the top, because at least if you need a break, you're not going to DNF by cutting the course short. So he convinced me. I went up there and I hit that porta potty twice and just contemplated my life.
Contemplated life.
Really
yes.
I was in a pretty sad place in that porta potty.
It was literally one of the most pitiful videos I've ever seen in my life.
Gosh. I was so cold. There's like no service out there. I'm like, well, this is it. I'm going to die in this porta potty.
We're going to find you 3 days later.
And everywhere Amanda goes, she has a whole crew in tow.
Yeah.
And she gets back to where we're set up for crewing, and she just has all of these little munchkins that are just crawling into the sleeping bag and chair with her to get her warmed up.
They don't care. Kids don't care how you're feeling, if you're tired, if you're exhausted, if you're sad, if you're throwing up, which is why I really love bringing them to these races. I think it's really cool for them to
experience
kind of see.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
How many kids do you have?
See mom fails. Mom doesn't always come out on top, but mom keeps pushing and mom keeps going. So
2 kids,
cool
3 kids, 5 kids, 7 kids.
It feels like 24, but there's only 4 of them.
All right.
But they're little. They're 4, 7, 7, and 9.
Wow, you got like a small army going on there.
It is. It's like a little small soccer team we have, pretty much.
And she's always got a crew in tow with them too. So Mason is the youngest, and he is an absolute ball of craziness.
Okay, all right.
He's off the chain, Joe, is what he is.
Oh my.
And then of course she's got twins.
Yep.
And a perfect motherly little girl that keeps all the boys in line.
Excellent.
She is number 1 crew for sure. Like when it's race time, she's on point.
Nice. Heck
she's
yeah.
on point.
So, before we don't want to get too deep into your races, but I want to talk a little bit about your running history, of course, and how you got to where you're at, because you are a bad mother. Matter of fact, our friend Tyler at Two Prairies called you a
bad mama.
Bad mama.
That's it.
He did. That got me to the finish for sure.
Because you are a bad mama, and you're not just a mother of them 4 kids, but you've got just a ton of kids that you care for. So, what is it that you do for a living, by the way?
So I'm a pediatric physical therapist, and I recently started my own practice. I'm about 2.5 years in. It's a mobile practice, so I'll go to their homes, daycare, their school, a park, a swimming pool, wherever we want to do therapy for the day. I treat kids with a wide variety of diagnoses, like developmental delays, neurological conditions, all sorts of fun things. And I love my job. It's so much fun.
I always see some of the cool videos, like you'll do like sporting events with these kids that are like, bound to wheelchairs, but they're still out there playing soccer and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's great.
I have an adaptive soccer team that we do, and
that's amazing.
they could be in a wheelchair, they could be walking. We bring giant inflatable soccer balls, and we just run them into it, and they freaking love it. It's so much fun, and the parents love it. They're just smiling and crying on the sideline because they never think their kid can do something like that. So,
and they're just seeing that happiness for the first time at some point. You know what I mean?
It really is. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, my son's special needs, so he had physical therapy forever, very, very long time. So I can relate to that in a way, just like, being able to see him do new things and different things, and maybe, get outside of his comfort zone a little bit, and especially even from an ability standpoint, thinking like, hey, he's never going to be able to run. Well, I saw him run. So like being able to work through that from a physical therapy standpoint, it's amazing. So
yeah, I never say never. Parents ask me that question all the time. When will they, whatever. You go, you know what? We're going to do everything that we can to make that happen, and we're going to work hard, and we're going to do the best we can.
That's right.
So a lot of people that I know that go into physical therapy do so because they love sport. They were an athlete, maybe in school or something. So was that you?
Yeah, that was me. I did kind of all the sports when I was younger. Track, golf, tennis, soccer. I played collegiately for a couple years in soccer. And
local to Gainesville, or
USF.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple years, and then I came up to UF and finished kind of my degrees up there. But so I was an athlete all my life. Wanted to work with athletes, but you know what? Athletes are kind of babies.
Baby ears the babies.
Yeah, and I went into PT school and I started, going through the curriculum, and we had a pediatrics class, and I'm like, wow, this is really cool. Like, you can be silly and goofy. You don't have to be so professional, which I would rather have a good time and be silly and be goofy, because that's who I am. So I switched completely from wanting to do athletes and sports and went into kids because of that.
Well, how did you make it through school? Because here's what I see also in that program.
Studied hard.
As a lot of people, they lose motivation. I see a lot of people that say they were, big into sports in school, and I want to do physical therapy because they think they're going to continue in sport or something. I don't know what they think, but then they never make it through the program. They never finish and never really actually become PT. So was that hard for you to actually get through, or
it's a pretty challenging curriculum. It's a doctoral program, so it's 3 years, and I've always said that I'm not book smarts. I just work really, really hard to be smart. So I just worked really, really hard through PT school, and knew that's what I wanted to do. For me, just communicating with people and pushing them beyond their limits is something that just has kind of come natural to me. So that kind of just really fit into my professional career.
Yeah. It makes sense, and like I said, it makes a lot of sense for a lot of people, but then a lot of people think they want to do PT, and then when they get into it, they actually don't. They either change fields or do something different, or just never finish school or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so how did you transition into running that? Well, obviously you had some running sports in your background. Soccer, everyone knows that anyone that plays soccer. So everyone, half of everyone we talked to on this podcast either played soccer or were in cross country in school.
Yeah.
Well, after I was done, I was like, God, I got to do something so I don't get fat. So that was kind of my big boost. My dad had actually done a marathon back in his day. He ran the Chicago Marathon. And I was cool. Like, you know what, Dad? Like, if you can do a Chicago Marathon, like, I can do a marathon. So it kind of started off where I was training for a marathon, and I was going to do one, and I wanted to beat his time. That was kind of my goal. I think maybe he was like a 4:05 marathon, something like that. So I trained for my first marathon.
You're doing air quotes right now. You're doing air quotes. Nobody can listen to your air quotes right now.
You know now and what I did. So my first marathon, I trained.
Which one was it?
Training. So I did the Gainesville 5 Points of Life Marathon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've done a similar version to that.
5 pints.
Yes. And there's lots of hills, surprisingly, in Gainesville.
Yes, there is.
Where Prefontaine came and trained, and so that's kind of where the marathon had went through. So I was like, I got this. I can run this. So my longest training run was 10 miles. I show up on race day. I got my Jan Sport fanny pack. I got my Nike Shock. I got my iPod with my, earbuds.
Yeah, like wired earbuds. I love it.
My wired
Hell
earbuds. Yeah. Probably like some, I don't even know what I ate. Maybe some jelly beans. I don't even know.
You had sport beans.
Yeah, I think it was sport beans and maybe those chew blocks or whatever they were. Nice. And my God, that marathon took me forever. I think I got passed by a guy in a shark suit. I got passed by all the old dudes. I think it took me 6 hours, 6.5 hours.
I mean, that's still a respectable time doing a first marathon.
I know, but I felt like for 2 weeks after, I felt terrible. Like I couldn't move. It was probably the Nike Shocks. But
yeah, you shouldn't wear Nikes to run. That's for sure.
But I was like, you know what? I have to do this differently. Like I got to do better next time. So I started really kind of looking into things and actually training. And the next year, I think I had taken my time down by, maybe an hour, hour and a half. I ended up doing kind of one marathon a year for about 4 or 5 years. I ended up then finally doing the Chicago Marathon. And I PR'd the Chicago Marathon at 3:37.
Did you beat your dad's time?
I did, yeah. And what was really cool, he came out for, my brother had run it as well. So he came out and watched us race. And so that was a really cool kind of full circle, like, haha, I beat your time.
What year was that?
Thanks for supporting me. Oh my gosh, it's probably been 5 years ago.
Okay, all right.
5 years ago.
What corral were you in?
I think I was in C.
Okay.
That's respectable.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it was a really cool race. Like, I mean, thousands and thousands of people.
I mean, to go from 6.5 hour marathon to 3.5 hour marathon in just a couple of years, that's pretty impressive. Actually. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't happen without a lot of hard work.
It was a lot more training than my first go around.
Yes, I could see that. Yeah.
So that was about 5 years ago, and the first marathon was a couple years before that. So somewhere in there, you probably got married and started having children.
Yeah. So I got married. Before I had kids, I kind of went into some triathlons. I kind of was getting a little bored of just running. So I was like, hell, I love to bike. I got these big girl legs. I got to use this to my advantage. So I ended up training for a half Ironman and then a full Ironman. So I had done the Louisville Ironman, I want to say in, oh my gosh, was it 2015 with my brother-in-law? And I thought that was my hardest race. It was awesome, though. So much fun. And so then I started having some kids after the Ironman.
So, yeah. So I'm just curious, like, because you are a family person, a very family-oriented person. I see all the little videos you post of all the things you do with your kids. You're a very active mom. I wish my mom was as active as you was. You throw the amazing parties. I mean, everything is a theme, so that, plus they're very active in sport. All your kids are playing sports at a very young age too. And even Mason, as little as he is, toddler, I mean, he's out there kicking a soccer ball around every day.
Yeah.
So how is it that you're able to manage running with work life, plus all those kids,
all these damn kids? How you do it?
Yeah, it's a lot of kids. I get up really early. Most days I mom guilt is real. Yeah. And I don't ever I try not to be away when they're awake, because I always feel like I shouldn't be doing that for myself. I got to be there helping and doing all the things. So I usually get up at 4. I'll go and do my runs before everybody wakes up. It makes me feel better that they're still sleeping and nobody needs me. Nobody's calling me. Nobody's saying, hey, where's my whatever. So typically I will go and do those early morning runs before everybody wakes up. If I have a long run on a Saturday, again, I'll get up early. But what's awesome about my husband, he's really awesome, is he never tells me, don't go run. Just do what you need to do. Go do you. Get your miles in. He'll come and meet me with the kids on the golf cart, fill up my water, Come cheer me on. He's like the best support.
Nice. That's awesome.
And he is signed up to do long haul this year.
He sure is.
How'd you talk him into that? I mean,
I have a button for that.
So
Hold on. I have a button for that.
So funny because I really did not. I really didn't have to twist his arm that much.
Oh, he got the bug from you, I take it.
He's kind of one of those people, though, in that kind of 5-year span that I was running those marathons, he was like, well, I'll run one with you. He literally didn't train at all. And he finished, and it was like one of those 4 hour, like I think we were at a 4-hour marathon. He finished.
So he's just naturally athletic.
He's naturally athletic. It's really annoying.
Did you meet your husband through sports anyway, or through college, or how'd y'all meet?
we met in high school.
Okay.
And we both played soccer, and I like to go play with the boys teams. So I went and practiced with the varsity boys team, and I knew he kind of liked me, and we were, kind of chatting, and I told him at practice one day, I'm like, listen, I'm going to do a step over. I want you to fall for it. Okay, like I'm the coolest soccer player ever. And you know what? He did it. I did the silliest little step over. He falls to the ground. His whole team, the coach believed that I just completely worked him. He had to run sprints the rest of the practice.
That's so funny.
Because the coach was ticked that he let a girl beat him.
That's so funny. I love it.
That's fun. Yeah. Your whole family is athletic. I mean, I'm a good friend also with your brother-in-law, Juan, Joe's brother. And Juan Guevara owns the Running Elements in Daytona, and is also an ultra marathoner and a runner, obviously a shoe store owner. It's like you have surrounded yourself with people that are athletic or sports minded. Do you think that helps you also that your close knit people, the people around you, are also people that are involved in sport?
I do. I think it helps. I think we're all kind of super competitive, and we all, once we kind of started getting into like the marathons, it was kind of like everyone was trying to one up each other. Like, oh, I'm doing a 50K. And I'm like, you doing a 50K? Like, I better sign up for a 50K.
Nice.
And then we're running 50 milers. I'm like, you can do a 50 miler? I can do a 50 miler. So it was kind of just this, like, we have always been a super competitive family, which sometimes bites us in the butt. But I want my kids to get the most out of being active and choosing healthy lifestyles and not sitting on the couch all day watching TV. Like, I want them to be active. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So it looks like you stepped up into the world of ultra marathon, though, about 5 years ago in 2020. So,
yes.
What was your first one? What did you do first?
I believe it was Fort Clinch.
Okay.
It was my first 50K. And I didn't train on a single trail, and that thing is pretty much all trail.
It is, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, I drove up the night before by myself, got a little hotel by myself. I didn't really know what to expect. I get to the start line, and I am used to these huge marathon road races, right? And you get to this trail race, and it's like a dinky little banner that says start, finish. Nobody's like lined up for all these porta potties because nobody looks really nervous. And it's just a completely different
way different vibe for sure.
Which I really, really liked.
Yeah.
And it was just like, okay, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm like, oh, that's it. We're going. Okay. There's no national anthem. Like, we just in. So that was my first one. And I think I did pretty well on that one. I don't know if I placed maybe second or third in the women or my age group. I can't remember how that one was
You
split
did
up,
seventh overall and third, it looks like, for your...
look, see, you got all my stats.
Yeah, ultra sign up.
Yeah.
They don't lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was really fun. I was really proud of myself just for finishing it. I learned a lot about taking mustard packets with me to help. It was a cool intro into it. It kind of gave me the itch.
Well, you did 4 ultra marathons that year, And your second one, Iron Horse, you were overall second place. And Azalea,
I don't know how that happened.
Azalea 12 hour, you were fifth place in that one. So you were.
Again, I don't know how that happened.
But what I really think is fun is that you did Florida Roots at Fort Clinch 50K in January. By December, you were doing your first 100-miler.
Let's go. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I like to mess around. There was this, I think do you guys listen to Bedros at all? Bedros, Coolian, is it Coolian Bedros? Bedros Coolian?
No, I'm not sure who
Anyway,
it is.
he has this podcast, and he's very hardcore. And he uses a lot of choice language. But he was talking about, my friend was telling me they were doing a half marathon. And he's like, why the fuck are you doing a half marathon? Like, just go do the whole thing. So I was kind of thinking, I'm like, why am I just going to do a half? Like, I got to go all the way. Let's do a hundo.
Oh, okay. Go big or go home.
So you did
That's right.
So you did Daytona 100, and
how'd that go?
Tell us about your first 100.
It's so interesting.
She wasn't
So
second place.
I would say not.
The Daytona 100 is a point-to-point, so
Yep.
it's very challenging, I think, for crew. We had two people running. Juan and I were both doing this, and we had one group of crew that was kind of, taking care of us. So, and we were not together, so that was challenging
Yeah.
for them to, keep track and give us all our needs and all the things. So we went up the night before. We stayed at some random person's house. I don't know. Juan knew this person, and he's like, "We'll just stay here." I was like, "Okay." And I remember I did not sleep at all because there was cockroaches in the house, and one crawled over my face the night before.
Oh,
and
no.
I just don't sleep a lot the
Yeah.
night before. I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm nervous. I'm kind of thinking about the things, and so it really went quite well for being my first. I think I was at 50, probably around 12-ish miles or 12 hours in. I was at about the halfway point. I only threw up once, shockingly, in this race. And I remember being in Daytona. It was kind of that last stretch. And I really wanted a nap, really bad. I just wanted to lay down. It was early. It was 4 in the morning, and you're in the dirty D, okay? I don't know, people who are from Daytona, okay, no offense, but it's called the dirty D, okay?
Tell us more about the dirty D. Hold on, I got a button for that too.
Come on, Joe.
There's lots of questionable people out at 3, 4 in the morning.
Yes, there is.
So I remember when I take a nap, and Joe's other brother, George, actually was pacing me at this point, and he told me if I laid down, I would probably lay in a bed of hypodermic needles. So he's like, "Don't lay down, just keep going." So that was my fastest 100. I don't know. I think it was just over, maybe it was 25, 26 hours.
You know what it was? You were running scared. That's exactly what it was.
Probably. I was like, Good God, I'm going to die. Joe met me at some point. He's usually my 2 a.m. ride or die. I think he's the only one who's willing to come and run with me at 2. Mm-hmm. So he had been working all day that day. And he came and met me, and he was running in jeans and boat shoes.
Okay, all right.
I don't think he had any water with him. He's trying not to fall asleep. He's trying to keep me awake. But we made it through. I don't know.
That's great.
But actually, 25:52 even.
That's great.
So that's I mean,
I don't know what I'm doing wrong after that because all these other ones are taking me god awful long time.
Well, what it is now oh, I don't have to go this fast. I can take this extra 5 minutes at the aid station.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to blame it that I had 3 kids after that.
I was going to say
that's exactly what it is.
So you took a kind of a break from not just from ultra, because there's a few sprinklings in of ultra, but you definitely didn't touch 100-miler again for a while.
No, the twins were pretty hard to come back from. I mean, that was a lot of children inside of me. But
well, it was only 2. It's not like there were 7.
They took me a little bit to bounce back from. They were a bit harder to. I ran all the way up until the day I gave birth. I had done stadiums actually that morning at the US stadiums, and then I went into labor later that day. The twins, I was probably running maybe until about 6 months pregnant, but they would make me pee every time I ran, so I had to just fast walk. And then Mason was actually my quickest. He was so easy. I think I was running back at 5-mile runs. He was maybe
came out.
5 weeks
It's because Mason came out running with you is the issue.
He did. He pretty much did. I ran the morning that I had him too. And he just came right out. He's like, I'm ready.
Like, hello world.
He's such a little firecracker. I love him. He is just, I love Mason. He's amazing. So you decide to come back at long haul. Is that right?
I think I did long play.
Okay.
33.
Yeah. I've got long play. You did that 33 and a third in 7 hours, 17 minutes.
That's good.
Yeah, that was great. My first one back after Mason. And that was the first race we brought all 4 kids. And that was terrible. We were like, we'll camp the night before.
Oh boy.
It'll be magical. Everybody will have so much fun. It'll be like so cool. So I was still nursing him at the time. So we got to our campsite. We did great. We set up. We were doing all the things. We made dinner. We were I had my own tent with Mason because I knew I was going to have to get up and nurse him. The other kids were with Dad. And maybe it was like 1 a.m. And we hear people on our campsite. And they're like, I don't know what these people are doing here. Like, this is our campsite. And I'm like, whoa. I'm not freaking moving. It's 1 a.m. Why are you here at 1 a.m? So they were coming to run the race also. But I think they were starting a bit later. From what I remember, I think long play, there's different start times.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So they were doing the shorter distance ones.
Oh,
and I'm like, well, I'm not freaking moving. I'm not moving. And they didn't ask us to move, but I was really on edge. Like, I didn't want anybody to wake them up. So I was up all night, either nursing or nervous that an armadillo was a giant bear outside of my tent. I would prefer to glamp than camp. So I think maybe I got 45 minutes of sleep that night. And I went out, I ran the race. I was like pumping on the trails.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. Like I've seen people do that. Even recently, they had some lady who did 100 miles. Who was that?
Oh my gosh, she rocked it. Yeah. And she was like nursing. And she was running and she won.
It was wild. Yeah, I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So how did that impact your running? Like what did you have to do differently, to be able to support that portion of it?
Yeah, I just had to eat and drink a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot.
I was going to say, I was curious on what your intake looked like. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, I don't know, I'm not one to kind of keep track of how much I need to eat or drink. If I'm hungry, I eat. If I'm thirsty, I drink. But it was definitely a lot more when I was nursing, and I was pumping, literally hand pumping on the trail.
That's badass. I don't even know how. Yeah. I mean, as a guy, I just can't imagine that.
Joe, if I see you pumping on the trail, bro, we're gonna have a problem.
If I'm pumping, it's not my breast.
I know.
I'm just saying.
I think he was like almost weaned off, but I think it was just, again, one of those like nervous mom things where like, as an athlete, you don't want your supply to, like, a lot of times your supply can diminish if you're running and doing all those things. So I think I was just nervous. He was kind of towards the end of, his nursing anyway. But yeah, I was pumping. And the minute I crossed the finish line, Joe's like, he's hungry. And I was literally crossed the finish line for about 4 seconds. And I was sitting on the floor nursing it.
Oh, that's wild.
That's crazy. I was at long play that year. That was the first year.
We didn't know each other.
Yeah, we didn't know each other then. Yeah, I was volunteering back then.
You didn't see the calves? You didn't see the calves and the beard then?
No, I didn't.
That's funny.
Maybe I didn't know to look for the calves yet.
That's probably what it is.
I worked the afternoon at the aid station, the last aid station before the finish. So
we might have. That's so funny. I need to look back because I have a picture, I think, from the last aid station. I'm going to look and I'm going to see.
Oh, if you do, that'd be great. You should share it with us. It'd be
Yeah.
funny.
Okay,
I love volunteering at Andy's races, and I always have fun, especially long place fun.
You know, I was reading an article, and you might be interested in this. I read an article the other day about calf sizes and mortality rate. That's actually a thing. That's actually a thing.
Some want to die early.
No, they say the larger the calf you have, the longer you're going to live.
You know why? It's because you can eat so much more beef.
Yeah. I don't think that's it.
You probably have better like blood perfusion because your calves are just pumping it back up.
Yeah, I like the PT answer in that. Yes, I'll go with that.
They do also say that like your calves are like your second heart. Have you heard that before? Have you heard that statement?
Oh my
before?
gosh, you have 3 hearts, Joe.
Joe, you have like 3 hearts, bro.
I love it.
You're like the opposite of the Grinch.
But you know, I was just talking.
You're like Santa.
I am. So Santa's like a couple thousand years old. So no, but you know, I was talking to someone tonight about big calves, and so a lot of times what you see people that have big calves, there's genetics to it,
Yes.
right? And like I have genetics, and I've been lifting for years. But the other part of that is there's been some times in my life where I was heavy. Mm-hmm. Big people tend to get big calves too, because you're carrying around all of that weight and you're moving them with those calves.
Yep.
You know. So when I was over 300 pounds and I was walking around with these legs, you know.
I mean, weird having chicken legs and be 300 pounds.
Yeah. Well, their legs couldn't support it.
Yeah.
So they had to get strong.
That'd be interesting. I don't think you should try it. I don't want you to try that.
No, I'm happy. But, you know, if I was to lean down to bodybuilding size anymore, it would be disproportionate. It would probably look weird.
Probably. I could see that.
It already kind of looks weird, but
does it though?
I think so.
No.
But
I think your body is the right proportion. Your head's big, your chest is big, your arms are big, your legs
careful,
are big.
my head won't go out the door.
Oh, well,
So
just keep shaving your hair and you'll be fine. That's why you cut the sides.
So yeah, I mean, I love being at the races and watching everyone do the hard stuff. I mean, even if I'm not doing it myself, it's fun to, especially late in the race. If you're at like one of the last aid stations and people are gassed out and they're just wanting to give up and they're complaining, like long play, everyone complains about the heat. It's so hot, you know.
It was, yeah, it was.
We went through a lot of ice that day. I remember that race because that was the first time I'd volunteered a long play, and it was was it the first time? Yeah, first time and we went through so much ice.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, that
was a fun one. It was a cool like first one kind of back at it. I just needed to prove that I could still do it after having a lot of kids.
Now I got to ask you, what is the? There's only one right answer, by the way. What is the funnest? What is the funnest 50K you've ever ran?
Ooh.
Oh, definitely the 2 prairies.
Right answer.
Yeah.
So I preface that, but that's the only answer.
I mean, there's a lot of really fun 50Ks out there, but Joe's is especially fun.
Yeah, it's also.
It was a lot of fun. It was. It was so laid back. It was a really fun course. It was nice because I could just drive there that morning and then drive back, and it was just fun.
And see some really pretty trail too.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That really is.
Yes, it was really nice, but it was hot.
Yeah.
It's always the first hot day of the year, it seems like.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
like
was
the
really
weekend
hot.
before, it was like in the 60s.
Yes.
We got there that day and it was 90s.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was, yeah.
And the second half of that course is fully exposed and in the sun, so it gets hotter as you go. Even there's no escaping. There's no shade out there along the edge of Hopkins Prairie. Mm-hmm. But I love that race. So you did dive back in 200 milers, and that was when you went to long haul.
Yep.
Yeah, we talked about that, about the misery of the mud.
Yeah, and
the mud
and
of
how-
misery.
Yeah, so that was hard because that was my first DNF. I remember coming back on that lap, and I finally made it back to the aid station. And Joe had taken the kids back to the hotel. We did a hotel that year, and Juan was there. And poor Juan, he sees me in all sorts of emotional states, but I literally just started bawling in his arm, and I'm like, please don't make me go back out there. And I just was like shaking uncontrollably. I was throwing up. I think I kind of scared him a bit.
Well, I will say, you were a little bit hypothermic at the time. I mean, you came in, there was definitely some hypothermia going on, and we had to get your body core up. I mean, so we put the heaters underneath you, put you in the green bag of recovery.
Yeah, and that's where I think I met you. That's where I met you, in the green bag of recovery. I was like, oh, this is Amanda. Hey, Amanda, how you doing? I'm dying. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, hi, I'm dying. That was tough. I think I laid in that chair in that green bag for about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours until the kids came that morning and jumped on top of me and was like, "Did you finish?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Why?"
That's a very kid
so
answer.
honest.
That's a very kid.
They're
kid
really,
thing to say.
really honest at these
wow.
races. You know, they're like, "Could you go a little faster? I'm feeling a little bored."
Well, then
Like, sure.
They sound like great pacers. You should have them pace you and be like, "Can you go faster? I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore."
Yeah. This race thing is getting real boring.
but then I guess was it the same year you went out and did octopus?
No, you did Vero Beach
I
Octopus?
did.
Oh,
Yeah, so I was like, God, I need some redemption. It took me maybe like a week, and I was like, okay, I got to find something else. So I found the octopus in Vero, and we ended up not taking the kids to this one. I was kind of freaked out because it was going to be so hot. We had rented an RV. The RV kind of bailed on us the last minute because they didn't have air, and I'm like, I'm not taking the kids out there. It's going to be so hot. We found another RV. We went. Joe was there. Juan was there. They were my crew. And they did fantastic. They kept me cool as long as possible. I started throwing up. Gosh, I don't know. I just throw up so much. Maybe it was 6 o'clock. I think I was probably 12 hours in.
But why are you throwing up though? Like what's going on that you throw up?
I think that year I wasn't really dialed in on nutrition.
Okay, all right.
And fluids. You learn something every race.
You do, yeah. What's your go-to? Like, what kind of stuff are you eating usually? Like, what's your normal?
Well, usually I do some tailwind.
Okay.
I got my gels. Mm-hmm. I got pho. I like a sub sandwich here and there.
Now we're
real
talking
food.
Now we're talking.
And I've learned that kind of in the last 6 months. After octopus, it was really hard to eat. It was so hot.
Yep.
And once I started throwing up, I just couldn't keep anything down. I didn't know, the Zofran trick at that point in my running life. And so I tapped out around mile, it was 90. To say it. No, it wasn't that far along. No. It was like 86.
Oh.
But my watch was a little off because that year we didn't run over the bridges. We got a ride. So, like, you'd get in a car at the bottom of the bridge, you'd go over, you'd get out, you'd do the arm.
Because I was thinking you were at 91 miles when you DNF'd.
No, but it was close.
Ooh,
it was like 87, and I literally collapsed in some guy's driveway, and the boys were trying their best to get me to keep going.
Yeah,
and
sometimes you just don't have it in you.
I didn't have the mental toughness. I don't know what happened. It was just one of those, like, I was the only girl that did it that year. So in my head, I convinced myself, like, well, I was the only girl even out here, so I went farther than everybody. I just made up lame excuses.
You went further than every other woman in the race.
I did. So I DNF'd my second in a row, and I was really sad.
Oh, yeah. And that was this last year? Or when?
Yeah, that was 24.
This was last year.
Okay.
Yeah. So 2 DNFs in a row really kind of crushed my soul.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I was like, you know what? I got to figure some things out. I got to figure out nutrition. I got to figure out. I was having some plantar fasciitis issues. Did I lose you guys? Or no?
No, we're here. We're back.
I was having some plantar fasciitis issues. So I went through like a midlife shoe crisis, and I changed shoes, and it messed with my, patella alignment. And anyway, I circled back to the shoe. I started doing a lot more lifting.
There we go.
I'm 38, and I've never had an injury playing collegiately running. Never had any issues. This was the first time I've had any issues. So I kind of just had to dial in a little bit and be like, you know what? I'm getting older. I actually do need to stretch and lift heavy.
Yeah,
those aren't things that runners do, though.
I talk about it so much with runners and the importance of lifting.
Yeah, so I really and I used to lift a lot, playing soccer, and I really started dialing in on nutrition. I signed up for both races again. I had signed up for long haul, and then I signed up for the octopus again. I think 3 days after the octopus, I signed up. As soon as Leo opened it, I was like, I'm in. I got to come back for redemption.
So you're doing that again, that's in November, right?
So it just happened in July.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say though, man, like, because you post so much on social media, you're fun to watch on social media. You of all the moms I've ever seen, you got your mom body back. I mean, quick. Like, so once you did, I mean, I could tell that you were lifting. Like, girl, you had some 6-pack abs in that bathing suit. You looked good, and you could tell that you felt good too.
Yeah, I finally feel, after being pregnant, breastfeeding, having kids. My oldest is 9 years. Like, I feel like I'm back.
So talk about that. Like other moms that are out there, because my wife has went through this too, and you go through that period where you're having children, you put your baby weight on, and some women really struggle with their body image or getting that, get their fitness back after having children. I mean, talk about a little bit more. How did that bother you any at all, or did it affect you in any way?
Well, I tried to give myself some grace because, my husband was always so great about it. He's like, you just like grew humans inside of you. Like, give yourself a freaking break. And I think that's really hard as moms, is to give yourself some grace and be like, you know what? I'm freaking tired. I got up 8 times last night and I'm feeding a child, and you're still getting up and they don't care that you're tired. And that really affects, right? Your sleep, you're eating in the middle of the night, and you're not normally eating in the middle of the night. So it's really hard to kind of get that.
Yeah. Did you ever deal with any postpartum depression or anything afterwards?
Not really. No, I think I was pretty good in that boat. I really got back to fitness really quickly after all
that's
of
important.
That. And I really think that helped a lot. I mean, even if I wasn't running, I was out. I was pushing him in a stroller. I was doing something. And after, I had, after the first one, when I look back, right, any child is a lot. But after I had one, and then I had twins, and then I just had one again, I was like, dang, this is easy. Like, I had a double stroller. I'd have one strap on my back. Like, we going. We got to go.
Something about you, you stroller pushing runners.
Yeah.
I don't know. Our friend Audrey's Anata, she ran all her miles pushing a stroller. And just skunked everyone out there.
I think it's double miles when you're pushing a stroller because they're heavy.
Yeah,
that's work.
Or our friend Dylan, he would go out and run and push his little toddler all over the place in a stroller, and the dude was fast.
Yeah, like a 23-minute 5K with a stroller. Like, what's happening right now? That's wild. So you got coming up. So you did Octopus this year. So you just did it.
So she came back.
I did long haul and Octopus this year.
Okay. So how was your mindset coming into long haul the second year after DNFing the first year?
Yes. I focused a lot, and I'm sure you guys do this too, those long training runs, right? 4 a.m., you're 3 months out still. Like, I really like to visualize. I visualized crossing the finish line and my babies being there. Nice. And I was like, you know what? I got to do this. I got to stop being my friend. I have a friend who runs with me often. Her name is Kendra. And we always tell each other we need to stop being weak ass bitches, or we call each other WAPs. Okay. So I was just like, I got to stop being a WAP. And she was training with me because I said, hey, you want to do this? You want to run this hundo? And she's like, sure, why not? She's always down for a good time.
Hell yeah.
So she signed up and we were training together, which was awesome. So we really could hold each other accountable and do our runs. And I visualized a lot. Like, I got to get this finish. I'm not going to DNF again. I'm not going to be a loser. I got to get this together.
Well, I mean, being a DNF is not really a loser. I'm just going to say that.
But in my mind, it's not, because I've been there. But, like, I needed to finish.
Sure.
I needed to get back out there.
You needed to have that redemption for yourself, right? You had to come back for yourself. Yeah.
I needed to show my kids that I could redeem myself, that I can fail, and that's okay. But now we got to rise to the top, and we got to put in the work, and we got to do it.
Yeah, just push you to go work harder.
Yeah, and I tell my kids all the time. I also coach soccer teams, and even with my patients, I go, you know what? You're going to be uncomfortable at times, and it's okay to be uncomfortable. Yep. Because uncomfortable is where you grow. I tell my 3-year-olds this, and they may not get it, but you know what? The parents hear me. And they're like, you know what? It's right. It's okay for my kid to cry a little bit and not have the ideal air conditioner temperature, or maybe I got to wait an extra 20 minutes for a snack, you know? Like, I want to be able to show them, like, it's okay to be uncomfortable. It is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so the kids were going to come with to Long Haul. We got one of those real fancy glamping tents.
Okay.
And, you know, they're a little bit older now, a little more self-sufficient. Joe was there. My mother-in-law came to help out. We had Kendra running, and then her husband was helping to crew also. And, man, it was a perfect year. I mean, the weather was perfect.
It was. Yeah, it was great.
Dry. I kept getting flashbacks of the water, and I was like, oh, look, this area is dry.
And it was warm, too, which was great.
And it was warm. Like, you didn't have to layer up.
Yeah.
Interesting enough, the second year, that new location, the DNF rate was almost identical to the first year with all the mud.
Was
with all the
it?
mud, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was, again, I threw up again at this one. I'm just a puke and rallier, I guess. I don't know.
That's funny.
But I got it together, and I finished, and it was awesome. And all my babies were there. I was sobbing, like, you know.
If I had to vote for the best race pictures for that race, it was yours coming in with the babies.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. It was everything I envisioned it to be. It was. And, you know, Mike got those beautiful pictures.
Yeah, Mike Alberts has really done a great job with his pictures.
He just, I mean, they're just so fantastic. And I know, and I told him, but I'm like, these will be one of my most prized pictures, like, forever. Yeah. Just having them there and seeing Mom finish and being like, you did it. And they tell their friends, my mom ran 100. And I'm like, that's right.
Yeah.
They're taking the buckle to school. Be like, look what my mom got.
My mom's better than your mom. My dad will beat your dad up.
Yeah. Now give me your milk and your lunch money.
Yeah, we want all of it.
No, your kids don't beat people up, right? They're not beating up kids.
Well, each other.
No, they're not. It's just each other, yeah.
All right.
You ever see like a pile of puppies and they're just rolling around on top of each other?
Yes.
I've seen her kids like that.
That's what they do?
Yeah,
Okay.
They're just, you know, it's 3 boys, and they're active, and they...
I mean, boys will be boys, right?
Yes.
Right. They don't sit a lot. And, you know, once they wrestle, and they fight. They are boys. They were literally out in the water. They're very determined to learn how to surf on this little beach trip that we're on. And they were literally out in the water, like, from 8 o'clock until 6 o'clock.
Nice. I love it.
And again, I can live vicariously through your social media, and I'm watching the kids. They are doing pretty daggone well. I seen one get on the boogie board and actually hit a wave.
There you go.
They did, and the boys stood up on the surfboards. They were pretty cool here at the end of the day. It was cool.
Heck yeah. So the last race you just did was the Vera Beach Octopus.
Yes.
And so this was also a DNF redemption for you. How'd that one go?
Oh my gosh. It was redemption 2 of 2. I needed to get it. So we ended up, my kids came again. We got a nice RV. Joe came, my friend Kendra came to help crew and take care of the kids. You know, you need an extra person. Someone's got to be with the kids at nighttime. And so it actually went quite well. Started off great. It was hotter than blazes. I actually really like running in the heat. To be honest, I'd rather run in the heat than in the cold.
Mm-hmm.
And
same way.
Yeah, they changed it up a bit this year. You ran over the causeway every single time you went east. Do whatever arm you were doing. So that was a bit more of a challenge. The first leg you went out and back. It was a total of 10 miles on the beach. And if you've ever been to Vero, the beach is it's terrible. It's sugar sand. It's at like, I don't know, a 45-degree slant. So you can't really find a flat spot. So the first arm, I think, crushed a lot of people because they didn't know it was a down. I mean, they didn't read in the description that it was a down and back, but it was 10 miles on the beach. And the first couple legs went great. You know, you get on a kayak, you go out to a spider-infested island. It's kind of like an adventure race. It's really cool. So did pretty well the first couple arms. My friends started to come with me on, I want to say arm 4 or 5. It was Jumanji.
Yeah. We've heard of Jumanji before.
Yes. And thank the Lord there was a storm coming and it gave us some cloud cover, because after doing the Gates of Hell the arm before, which was like, I don't know, probably 110 degrees in there. It was terribly hot. We had a little bit of a cloud cover, and I was feeling really good. I was eating. I had taped my toes, Joe. Okay?
Very important.
I taped my toes. My feet were feeling really good. And I felt great. But you know what? I started throwing up again.
No, I just keep hearing this story from you.
I know. I think it was the heat. I just think it was the heat that got me. You know, it was 12 hours in the heat. But I was able to kind of come back. I did okay. I was still moving pretty well. We went out to the beach. Now it was nighttime. So we got to see the turtles come up and start laying their eggs.
Cool. Every year at night that happens down there. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
It's so cool. You kind of think you're hallucinating. You're like, what is that? It's a turtle. Okay, this is weird. And you have to run with your red light.
Because you don't want to disturb them.
Oh.
Right. So it's kind of funk, you know, like it's kind of weird having a red light on for like 3 hours, because it makes it kind of go a little kooky. Like what? Like you feel like you're in this weird room with this red light.
It's the red light district, of course.
That's it.
Yeah.
All the pussies down there on the beach.
It's the turtles.
Yeah. So we made it back, and I was moving pretty good on that one. I was eating. I started popping some Zofran.
There you go.
And that really, man, game changer right there. So I was able to eat and drink. I was feeling good. I think I had a pub sub around that leg. And then I picked up Joe, and we went out to this abandoned hotel. It was the creepiest arm. It's these abandoned buildings, and then you go out on this little berm, and it's just infested in mosquitoes. And we come to the sign, and I was trusting Joe knew where we were going, and he goes, okay, we got it. Their sign says right. So we went right, probably about a mile. There was no more signs. And I'm like, I swear.
Oh, no.
So then we pulled up the directions, and it says, go. So he like sprints back to the sign, and it's like, you know, the grass is like up to your thigh, up to your knee. It's dark. It's terrible. So he runs back, and then he comes and finds me.
A few moments later.
All right, we'll try again. So where we lost you was he saw the sign and you went right. He ran back to the sign and said he made a mistake.
Well, so it was one of the signs, but I guess maybe it was placed upside down, meaning you should have gone left.
Oh, the sign was upside down. Oh my goodness.
It's like, we got to use this sign, and Leo swears, like, he's like, I know I put the sign in the right place. I was trying to FaceTime message him in the middle of the night, being like, Leo, I don't know where to go, but nobody answered. So we just ended up going back, and then we ran the other way, and it took me out of it a little bit, you know, because I was like, dang it, I ran extra miles and I didn't want to. But so we went back to the aid station. I'm like, okay, I just need to recharge. I need to refresh. We took my shoes off. We got a little bit of food in me. I don't think I threw up on that arm, so that was a positive.
Yay.
And and then I took about a 7-minute power nap in the chair. I was like, I just need to close my eyes for a couple minutes. And we got suited back up. He came back out with me again for the arm 7. Which is a 20-mile stretch. So it's basically 10 miles out, 10 miles back, the same road. So it's a really, it's a really, really long stretch. It really messes with you.
Is this section goes through like a neighborhood or something?
No, I believe it was an A1A, just right there, kind of right the road, right next to the beach.
Gotcha.
You had to go all the way down to the jetty. And turn around. And it was just, man, it was long. And I was gassed. I was tired. I was still throwing up. I was kind of making all the excuses, like, I'm done. I'm not going to make it. I'm going so slow. So he was running with me for a little bit, maybe about 4 miles into that arm. And I'm like, you know what? I need you to turn around. I need you to go get the car. Like, I'm done.
Oh my.
I'm done. And he goes, really? And I'm like, yeah. Like, I just need you to be, Mason's banging on the door. What do you need, Mason? He's like, mommy. Okay, I think he's gone now. Okay. So it was about 4 miles, and so he runs back. And I think I needed some time by myself. I love Joe, and he was doing all the things, but I think I needed a hot second to be like, okay, suck it up, get it together.
Yeah,
I was
just
like,
to
I'm just
regroup.
gonna, just to regroup. I was like, I'm gonna lay down I took a lot of power naps on the sidewalks, which I've never done before, but I really think it pushed me through what I needed to do. So I would set my alarm. I did about a 7 to 10 minute power nap.
It was exactly 7.
Yeah, at least 7.
At least 7.
Yeah, and that's all I needed. And I wasn't falling asleep, and I had about an hour and 15 before I needed to take another little power nap. So I was moving, and I'm like, God, where the hell is he? What is taking him so long to get back? Mind you, he hadn't slept at all either. He was taking care of the kids. He was making sure the air was working in the RV. Like, he wasn't napping, so he was exhausted as well. And so I'm moving now. I'm walking. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just keep moving. So he finally rolls up, and he throws a bag of ice at me and some grapes. And he's like, I'll see you in 2 miles. And just
nice.
takes
Hell
that car
yeah.
and just moves it.
I love it.
You son of a bitch. But okay, I see what you're doing. And, I was still moving, but I was still pretty slow. I was very weak. I had stopped throwing up, but I couldn't, when you just don't want to drink anything and you don't want to eat it. That's where I was. And I knew I needed something, but I couldn't do it yet. So I finally made it to the turnaround. And again, I'm like, I'm done. Just take me home. And he's like, well, I don't want to do that just yet. Because there was maybe 17 miles left at that turnaround point.
Okay.
And, but I was like, I'm done. I'm like sobbing on the back of the car. I'm just like, I'm done. Just tell everybody I'm sorry. All these people, like Kendra had taken off the whole freaking weekend to come. I'm like, tell her I'm sorry. I failed. Tell the kids I'm sorry.
No. It's like, tell the kids I love them.
I know. I can't go back. So he sets me up a chair right in front of the water at the rocks. And he's like, I want you to take this ibuprofen. I want you to take this Zofran. And I want you to drink some of this faux broth. And give it 20 minutes. Give it 20 minutes and see what happens. I'm like, fine. So I took all the things, and I wanted so badly to throw up, because in my head I was like, if I throw up again, I'm done. And I didn't throw up.
You held down the calories. It's time to go running.
Time to go.
And I'll tell you what, the ibuprofen and that Zofran, it took about 40 minutes. I had one more. I started walking fast. I was feeling good. I was like, I need to take one more power nap. So he's like, come in the car, sit in the front seat, sit here I'm going to give you 5 minutes.
So what time in the morning was it now?
Oh my gosh, the sun had come up. It was probably 9 or 10. It was probably 9:30.
Oh, so it's starting to get hot again.
Mm-hmm.
It was getting hot. He had given me an umbrella to walk with, which at first I was like, I want this stupid umbrella. Stupid. I look like an old lady walking on the side of the road with an umbrella. But I'll tell you what, man, that umbrella saved my life. Just to have that heat off of you. So I laid in the car for about 7 minutes, and I will never forget at least 7.
Yeah.
So we're on the side of the road. I'm sitting, and I hear this car pull up next to me, and it's Leo, and it's the race director. And he pulls up next to me, and he's checking on the last, because I think it was me. There were 3 other girls kind of in the same area, and we were kind of, bringing up the rear. And he pops his little head in the window, and I'm like, oh my God, are you here to pick me up? Like, are you the balloon lady? And He's like, what's the balloon lady? I'm like, the person who picks up the slow ass people that can't finish the race. Like,
He's got to run a
am I
Disney
not gonna
race.
Yeah, he ran a Disney race. Yeah.
And everyone's doing right. Joe's calculating. Kendra, she's like, we're okay still. If she gets in, whatever time, like she's okay. She can still make it, but she's got to be moving. And so he's like, listen, Melinda, the other girl that was still fighting pretty hard, she's like, she's right here. Why don't you guys run together? And by this point, the ibuprofen was kicking in, my foe was kicking in, and my Zofran was kicking in. And I'm like, you know what? She's jogging and walking. I can jog and walk.
There you go.
And I don't know what happened. I don't know what flipped in me, but I was running.
There you go. Love it.
I was able to take down, I was chugging some ice water. I was a new person. The minute I got some ice water, some pho, some grapes, I was in it. And now I was hitting 12, 13-minute miles.
Heck
and I was
yeah.
like, oh my God. Okay. There was one, and he's going to be embarrassed that I said this, but, Joe kept kind of leapfrogging me every mile. He's like, okay, I'm going to give you water in a mile. Take this and go. Because he didn't want me I didn't want to carry my pack anymore. I was done. So he just kind of leapfrogged me every mile. And he was timing my miles because he wanted to make sure we were going to finish on time. And there was one, I ran the whole thing. I was just booking the 2 miles. And he comes running towards me, and he's like crying. He's like, you just ran a 13-minute mile. He was probably freaking happy that I was moving faster than a snail now. So we made it back. It just flipped. I'm like, okay, I'm going to make it. I can do this. After I do this one, I got one arm left, and I'm done. So I made it back. I'm like, I'm not stopping. I got one leg left. Kendra ran the last arm with me. The kids all got in the car. They were kind of leapfrogging me again, giving me stuff, playing music, yelling at me on the microphone. And then I pretty much kind of ran that last 7-mile leg. And it still took me, forever. I think I finished right around 31 hours. The cutoff was like 32.
30 hours and 56 minutes.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. It was the longest 30 hours.
Congratulations.
I'm just saying, you finished one of the hardest 100-milers in the Florida.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
And you did it in a respectable time.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I know. I think you just have to get over, man, those boys that finished, man, they finished in 20 hours, some of them.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just insane. I'm like, I was out there for 10 more hours than you. That is wild.
Well, I think it's very inspiring, and I think it's impressive that you had these 2 comeback races with Long Haul and Octopus. You deserve those wins. I know you needed those wins.
I so needed them.
And
for nothing other than myself.
Right, of course. Yeah.
Just to prove, my God, I could come back, and I did it, and it was awesome. It was such a fun year, and Joe was so happy. He's like, thank God we don't have to do that one again.
So what's next for you, Amanda? What do you have on the docket for you next?
I do have Long Haul because we had signed up, and so I'm hoping Joe and I can maybe do a little 100 together, a little married couple edition. I don't know. We might kill each other. We might not. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you can survive this together, then maybe your marriage will last for 100 years.
Maybe it will. But I feel good. I'm kind of back at, I took a couple days off just to eat and rest, but I really felt quite good after. I had some pretty good honking blisters still.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, it's that sand. It's just the uneven movement of that sand.
I don't get it. I had like a little Vienna sausage on my pinky toe. They peeled off like little shrimp heads, but they feel good now.
So have you had your first run back since the race then?
Oh yeah. I've done a couple runs. I ran 5 miles this morning on the beach. It was awesome.
Oh, nice.
Back to running in sand, I see.
Well, the beach is a lot wider and flatter there.
That is true. That is
very flat, very firm sand. So much, much different. But I can't resist a nice sunrise run on the beach.
Oh, it's my favorite too.
Yeah, it's just so nice. So nice.
Well, listen, very impressive year. I'm so happy. And the year's not out, by the way.
Yep.
we're only halfway into it, so you got time for another hundo in here, by the way.
You should come hang out with me at Big Scrub
Oh yeah.
and do some crewing.
So I don't know if have you heard about our Big Scrub 150?
I was seeing this and I was like, what's this all about? Like, would I qualify for this?
If you come crew me, you would.
So you got to find someone to crew or pace with, and then you can earn an invitation to the Big Scrub.
That's right.
And
This is a possibility. When is this?
so it's a virtual race. You in order to get the invitation, you have to crew or pace someone else for it. But then you get the invitation, you can sign up, and you have the entire year to plan your race. So you can start it and finish it whenever you want. You just have to do it in one go. If you DNF it, I'm even liberal enough to allow you to have 6 months to try again, and we'll wipe the DNF away.
Oh
very
my
nice of you.
God.
So
That is so nice of you.
so it's just
a possibility. You know what would be really cool? And I think I have to give Joe, because, it's stressful for all of them to do all that.
It is. Yeah. Your family takes a beating.
They do. I would really like to do the across Florida.
yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
in
that'd be pretty
November.
cool.
It's in November.
Yeah. Not this November.
Oh.
It's hard. All my kids play soccer and I coach them, and that is the season. And it's really hard for me to choose to do a race over coach their soccer game.
That's
Maybe
true.
one day, but now it's just, I don't know. They take priority.
And they always will. I mean, that's what
I
your
know,
kids
they
do,
will.
right?
Yeah. And then you're going to blow it up. The kids are going to all grow up and move out, and then you're going to blow up in the ultra running scene.
Yeah.
Well,
Hell yeah.
right? And they're all fierce little runners. They all love to run. My daughter did a little half marathon
Okay.
not too long ago. It was kind of one of those, go at your own pace, kind of a 1 mile lap kind of thing.
But she's how old? 8, 9?
She's 9.
Yeah. So running a half marathon at 9 years old. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. She's
I wasn't running a half marathon. No.
yeah, she's a little badass too.
Yeah, she did pretty good. And those little twins, they hit about 7 miles, I think.
There you go.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So maybe one day we'll do like a family hundo.
There
You go. That would be awesome. You'll definitely be, when they get to the point of wanting to run 100 miles, you'll definitely be a go-to crew person for them.
Right.
Oh, I would love it.
Seasoned vet.
Yeah.
Seasoned, yes.
They crewed me, I'll crew them. I'll tell them all the things they said to me. You're going too slow. You really smell. Are we done yet?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I've had the most fun watching your running journey again because you're so active on social media. I mean, you really put the stuff out there for people to see. So I love watching it. But I find it very inspiring to hear your story, to know that you're out there doing these hard things you're doing with all the management of your time and resources and the things you got going on in your life with the family. There's a few running families out there that I know, and I always admire them, and yours is one of them. So it's really fun to watch you guys, and always have your cheerleading crew out there with you. So
yeah, they're something, but they're fun.
Congratulations on your redemption runs. Very proud of you.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and thank you for taking your time out of your vacation here to hang out with us for a couple hours here and just
No problem. I only had 2.
yeah.
I got one laying in here right now staring at me, but other than that,
Yeah.
Well, the sun's getting ready to go down, so now it's time for you to go out and have your evening run on the beach.
There you go.
well, I think we're going to go play some soccer out on the beach.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. I'll be there in a little bit.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
Enjoy your evening. We certainly appreciate.
Yeah, have fun on your
Well,
vacation.
thank you guys. I'm excited to listen to us later. It'll be fun.
For sure. Well, thank you guys for listening to Where's the Finish podcast. You could find us on Facebook and Instagram and wherever you listen to podcasts. www.where'sthefinishpodcast.com. I'm not doing this because this is Shay's job.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm doing right now.
And all the stuff.
And all the stuff. And Joe, you should say,
Hey, let's go.